Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lorelei Shamayo. This is the MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness Fairs for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest again and online, and we're interviewing our practitioners and vendors so you get a chance to know who we are before you meet us at an event. I'm here today interviewing Adriana Klansnic. It's lovely to be here with you.
Nice to be here as well.
So what is it that you do? What do you offer at our events?
So I offer Reiki sessions, little shortened versions of a normal session. So normally I would offer an hour session, but here at these events, I'd like to do 15 to 30 minutes to give people a little taste and get as many people an offering as possible during the day.
Well, so lots of people know about Reiki and some people watching might not know what Reiki is. So what is it? And then what might they experience in a short session?
So Reiki is a Japanese form of energy healing. It means universal life force. So basically I just channel the energy that needs to come through to you, and it ends up being a really relaxing session. If anything comes up, whether in my body or I see or hear, we'll talk about it. And if anything comes up for the client as well, we just see if they have questions or what they might be feeling and work through that. And most people just think of it as a really relaxing type session.
And people might want it for all kinds of reasons, not because they want to be relaxed, although they might feel more relaxed, as I said, they often do afterwards, but they come for all kinds of reasons. What are some of the reasons why they might want a session?
Some might just be, needing a little bit of guidance on maybe a spiritual issue, or they're not really know what's going on in their body. They might have some aches and pains that they just don't understand, or they do understand and they just want some help to go through it. Generally, I feel in my body a little bit of what's going on, and I can kind of guide through and see if we can, use the energy to work through that, or if there might be an underlying reason or belief maybe that even comes up to why that's happening. So lots of different things can happen.
Yeah. And how did you get started doing Reiki, doing healing with people?
I actually got gifted a Reiki session by a friend of mine and just formed a really great relationship with my Reiki teacher. And it just kind of developed from there. And then I ended up taking her level 1 and 2 course. And after a few years, I got the master attunement. So I'm a tune master as of this summer and just enjoying the fruits from that.
I find it interesting where you chose to go sit as we do the interview. It's interesting, the energy of the things around you. There are those your items on the wall?
So I'm also an artist. So these paintings up here are paintings that I've done. I've made the drum behind me there, and I've painted the other ones that are behind me as well. So I do offer Reiki-infused paintings and drums that I make by hand. So those are some other items that I'll be bringing as well with me during these fairs.
Great. I wasn't sure. It just so felt like it's related behind you. Yeah, I'm so glad I asked.
Yeah. So a lot of what comes through it ends up being things that I see, or visions that I see, or feelings or messages that I receive. So.
And what is the one right above your head? It's like honeycomb? And
so it is a honeycomb. It's also a pelvis, and in it are the animal symbols of the 4 directions. So there's a jaguar, the snake, the hummingbird, and a hawk. But it's all intermixed with the jungle. So it's a lot like that piece is very much a blossoming to life force, to direction, and the sweetness of life.
Wow, great. Well, so sorry, my dog just came up to join us and he just Hello, how did so you're doing the artwork before you were doing Reiki? The Reiki was already kind of, and energy clearly is through you, so it was already showing up in what you're doing, or?
Yeah, so I've been playing with art for quite a few years now. It did show up before the Reiki, and the Reiki kind of just helped to bring things together and made a little bit more understanding of why things were coming through the way that they were. So working with the energies this way just kind of ties the threads together and makes just more magic happen, really.
You talk about your work as shamanic at all?
While I haven't had any official shamanic teachings, I do feel like that's the path that I'm headed on, is just practicing that way. And, you know, and there's so many different areas of the world that practice shamanic ways, like rituals or just the way that they live. And my roots have different ties in various places of that. So I feel connected to that way of life.
Great, great. Well, if people want to learn more about you and connect with you on the web, where do they go?
So I have a website up that has all of my offerings and a little bit about me, and that is mamabeararts.com.
Great. Well, it's been lovely connecting with you today, and I'm more and more excited to connect with you and experience your work, and thrilled that we're sharing it with more people.
Yes, it's exciting. It's been a few years since I've been to one of these fairs with everything that's happened in the world, so I'm excited to get back.
Yes. For all of you listening and watching, you can find out more about Adriana Klansnic and her work at in all of her sessions and access them at mewefairs.com, mewefairs.com. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.